welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and it is time to do a little wrap up of January Shop My Stash. So for the month, I was really focusing on my single eyeshadows. I did pick out a couple of other things to use in that initial video, but I didn't really keep using those too much. I mostly really wanted to use my singles, and I feel like I made a pretty good dent in them. I even wanted to continue using them, I think, throughout February, just kind of literally use every single one until I have touched all of them. But I just want to go through them with you here, show you what I'm keeping, what I'm decluttering, what's gone bad, what I'm throwing out, all that kind of stuff. So let's just dig on into this little bag. So first off, I have the Lorac Pro little mini palette. I had completely forgot I had this. I did use each of the shades in here. This white one was so nice. On the inner corner, I don't have this on today. I was just gonna go like as if I had it on. It looks, it appears to be white, but it's called nude. It's like a kind of a little champagne-y kind of white color. It's so pretty on the inner corner. It just adds this bright white pop. But these other two, they're so pigmented. They're so pigmented. There's so much fallout. It's just, these kinds of shadows are not within my skill level. They're kind of tricky for me to use, although this one did come in handy on the lower lash line. I know after saying all that, I'm not gonna declutter it. I love this. I love having it. I love having this little thing. There's just something about it. And I've had it for so long, if I got rid of it, I would feel like a piece of my soul was leaving my house. So I have to keep this. I have to keep it because I said so. I have to have it. It's so cute. This is a little Pat McGrath eyeshadow in the shade Sextrovert. I really like the packaging on these singles from Pat McGrath. They're a little nice magnetic closure. They don't close too tight, so it always feels like it would open at any moment, but they are magnetic. And this color, it's very pretty. It's a very pretty tone. Some of these shades in here that I'm gonna talk about today in my singles were forgettable colors, and I hate to say this was one of them, but it is. Like even just now when I pulled it out, I was like, when did I use that? What was the look? I have no idea, I don't remember. I wanna keep it just because the packaging is really cute and it's Pat McGrath, but I'm not using it. I'm not using it, and I feel like somebody else would love this and like get so much use out of it, and I could see them smudging it on their eyes every day, but that person is not me. I'm gonna let this go. I know, who am I? The ColourPop Super Shock Ultra Glitter in the shade Rooftop Cocktails. I really like this. I don't remember when I bought this or why. Was this in a duo? I don't know. I don't know, but I really like it. It looks like it's going to be like a foiled or metallic shadow or like a full-on color, but it's not. With the ones that are called Ultra Glitter, don't be fooled, because I was kind of fooled when I saw this. I thought this was the way the color was gonna look, and even with the swatch, but it's more of like a topper shade, and it just adds, it's this right here, like you can't even really see too much. It's just like a nice little glitter topper. And I did like this. I liked the way that it looked. I wore this with the, and it adds a nice little pop of something, and it stays glittery throughout the day. So I do like that, and I'm going to keep it. When I say it stays glittery, I mean it looks nice and glimmery in any lighting. Because sometimes glitter can look very dull randomly throughout the day. Did I only use one of these? Yeah. This is the Rimmel Wonder Cloud All Day Wear Soft Shadow. I love these soft shadows from Rimmel so much. Let me see if they still make them, because if they do, these are criminally underrated. Let me double check though. It's not pulling up any retailers other than Amazon, and usually when a makeup is only sold on Amazon, it's discontinued. I don't know, is that just me? But I used to buy these at CVS. I want to double check just to make sure, see if they're still there. These are really good. If you see these floating around the TJ Maxx or something, I think these are so good. Like I said, criminally underrated. Literally, you put this on, just color in, like you get the stick pointing this way, color in your entire eyelid up to the crease, and then get your ring finger and kind of pull it up like this to blend it from the crease. And that's it. It's so easy. They're not streaky. They're not patchy. They're so pretty. I have a couple of these. I love them a lot. Definitely going to keep. I have a Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow in the shade Kitten Karma. This was dry as a bone, so I didn't even get to use it. Nothing comes out on the brush at all. I tried to even like scrape around in there, and I could see stuff moving around, but nothing comes out. So I'm gonna let this one go. I used several of the L'Oreal, I was calling these mono shadows, but they're called just Color Riche eyeshadow singles. I have a bunch of these. I even have one here with the lid broken off that I did use. I don't even know the color. There's nothing on it to say what it is, but I used that quite a bit. So let me pull all of these out right away. And these were very, very underused in my singles collection. So I'm glad I pulled them out and used them again. I have here the shade Meet Me in Paris. I mean, I love the packaging. Love this cute little packaging. This nice little gray color here. I used this several times. Definitely gonna keep it. This one here called Acro Matte. This one, ooh, it would definitely go with what I have on today. This one I loved. When I pulled this one out, I thought, I have got to use these more often. And then every day I wanted to use another one. This is just like the nicest, richest red. So pretty. This one here, the shade Pan au Chocolat. This one I thought was gonna have hard pan on it because you can barely kind of see the shadow. You could really only see how shiny the top looks, but it's really pretty. A nice little satin sheen to the lids. Really nice. I have here the shade Matte It Up. Just a little basic, kind of rosy brown. Another very pretty one I used multiple times. And then I want to say, hold on, are these the same? Do I have two of the same ones? Okay, this one doesn't have the label on the back anymore, like this one, but are these both the same? Are these both Pan au Chocolat? Let's see. I mean, wait, no, that one looks darker. The one without the lid, the label looks different. Different enough to keep it. And even if I didn't like these, I'm gonna keep them anyway, because I know some of these are discontinued and I have like a whole thing. I gotta keep it. I used the City Color Shimmer Shadow. I hadn't used this in a while. And I remember, where did I get this? Was this in an Ipsy bag? For some reason, I feel like this was a subscription box thing. And then I went to City Color's website and I wanted to buy all of them. Oh my God, I was obsessed with this eyeshadow so much. I mean, look how pretty it is. It is still like just as pigmented, look at that, as before. It's still full color. It still wears beautifully. It feels really good. I haven't seen anything from City Color in a long time, but if they still make these, I almost want to go to their website and buy some more because this is so pretty. I was so happy to pull this out. I loved the way that it looked all day. Loved it so much. I also used the KVD Metal Crush Shadow in the shade Thrasher. I remember having this one too and being obsessed with this. Like this formula was so nice. This one is so smooth. Look how pretty that dark gold is. It looks like an antique gold. Oh my gosh. Look at that color. I remember the look I wore when I used this and I loved it so much. I wanted to use this multiple times. This is one I want to set aside and get more use out of because it is just so pretty. It's so pretty and so smooth. Oh, I just want to keep looking at it now. So pretty. This is from Clover by Clove and Hollow Plush Pigment Stick. I got this in a subscription box and this is dry as a bone. And I know this was not that old. Like I got this just this past year and it's like there's nothing there. It's hard as a rock and I'm like, I have cream shadows that I've had for a long time that are still creamy. So when I have one that's less than a year and it's already dry as a bone, I don't know. I used the Kulfi Zari Eyes eyeshadow in the shade that I always don't know how to pronounce. So I'm just gonna put it here on the screen. I love this color. It's so pretty. I want to buy all of them from Kulfi because I just like this brand. I just like the brand. I want to support them and I want them to succeed. And this eyeshadow is so pretty. It's so easy to use. It's like a nice, It almost feels like it's putty, but it also feels like it's melted. It's a really interesting kind of cream formula, but I love it a lot. Definitely got some use out of that. Another KVD, this is the Dazzle Stick in the shade Thundercloud. I think I used this in the video, didn't I? I really like this. I didn't use it again after that initial video, but I do want to keep it. It's still so creamy. And look at that color payoff. It's insane. I think I did use too much, if I remember correctly, in the video, and I felt like it looked a little heavy on the lids, but it's just so nice. And after I used this, I was like, oh no, I gotta go buy all the shades. And it's still creamy. I've had this for a long time too, and it's still super, super creamy. One that I'm gonna throw out, the Sparkling Lid Quid from The Balm. Another one I have not had very long, and it's already turned. And that is one thing I don't like about clean brands is you gotta, I guess, stop using preservatives in your products to be called a clean brand. I don't know what the logic is with that, but it's always way too expensive. Like the brands that are clean, they're too expensive to go bad so quickly and then to want to repurchase. So I did open this to try to use it. It smells absolutely awful. It smells like that bronzer, the powder bronzer that turned bad. So this right here made me feel not that interested in trying any more from The Balm because the mascara went bad within 2 weeks. That bronzer and this I got in the same order that I got from The Balm just this past year, and both of them already went bad. I can't believe a powder bronzer turned bad so quickly. So it makes me not want to try anything else from them because 3 products already went bad way too fast, and that's just such a waste. Like a waste of money, waste of product, and I can't do it. Can't do it. It even says here 12 month shelf life, but I had this less than that time, but no. Yeah, I'll still enjoy the other products I have from The Balm that are still working, but as far as new purchases, I'm not really interested. This is from Wet n Wild, the Shadow Silk Liquid Eyeshadow. I used this 1 or 2 times. You know what? I think I used this with that Pat McGrath single. This is really pretty too. This is a little easy to overdo in my opinion, but if you use like a nice little thin application, it's really pretty. It's super easy to use, blends really nicely, dries down and stays put all day long. I did a review on that last year, around this time last year when it came out, with that one and the Neutrogena one, and this is really pretty. A couple more. I used the ColourPop Pressed Powder Single in the shade Paper Tiger. I've had this for so long. It's in one of these little single compacts, and it has a little mirror in it, and I love this shadow so much. It's so pretty. This is the one that I wore with this one here. I thought this was a nice color combination. Somebody recommended this to me in a comment one time. I was asking for like, do you guys know of any nice yellow shadows? Somebody recommended Paper Tiger. I bought it, loved it. I've had it ever since. I don't wear it too often anymore because I have so many freaking singles to swim through all the time. But every time I do pull this out, I'm like, yeah, that's a good single. It's a nice like mustard, dark mustard yellow. Really like it. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's from Wet n Wild. It's called Nutty. It's one of their single eyeshadows. This is so nice. I used to wear the heck out of this. It even has my employee sticker on the back because I had it at work all the time. This is so pretty. I'm pretty sure they still sell this, although where I work, we did recently get rid of all the Wet n Wild singles, but I think they still make them and sell them in other places. This literally reminded me of the Burberry eyeshadow in the shade Pale Barley, but like amped up a little bit. But the formula and the blendability and the performance, it reminded me of that Burberry eyeshadow so much. This is so nice. This was a shadow I feel like a lot of people talked about when it was around and was having like a moment, but I like this a lot. I don't even know where the swatch is at. I'm like, it's so pretty. It's nice. Ooh, another one from Stila. This is the Shimmer and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Kitten. This one is still going strong. It's not dried out at all. I did use this one too, and I like it. But when I was putting it on, I realized it's that super shiny one right there. When I was putting this on, I realized I don't need to buy any more liquid eyeshadow ever, because although I like it and I like the appeal and I like getting it and putting it on and swatching it, I never reach for these all that much. I don't reach for the liquid eyeshadows that much. Like what was the other one I decluttered? This one. The Glitter and Glow. This is one I would reach for more often. Or they had a liquid one called Sea Siren that I loved so much. I used it all the way up. It kind of depends on the tone. And although this one is really pretty, I don't know if I'm going to reach for that one too much. But I'm going to keep it anyway. This is a little Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow in the shade Ray. And I tried to use this the day that I wore nails. I had nails on the day that I was wearing this, and I couldn't put my finger in here to get it out, so I ended up getting a brush. It looked so bad. I hated my eyeshadow that day, and it made me want to declutter this. But then as I went on about the day, I was like, you know what, try it again when you don't have the nails and you can put it on better. These are okay. I'm not obsessed with it though. It's this one right here. It's super, super thin. Super, super thin eyeshadow. It's definitely like a topper kind of thing. And it's very, very glittery. From there, I feel like it might just look shiny and glimmery, but on the eye, it's glitter heavy. So if you're not into glitter, this might not be for you. They also call it glitter eyeshadow on the back. I don't know. I didn't love it when I had it and when I had it on. So I think I am going to declutter this. I don't know. I just didn't like it that day and it didn't make me want to keep reaching for it. And I honestly had forgotten about it until I did this. So I'm going to let that one go. Oh, this is one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. Urban Decay Lounge. Why did they discontinue this color? I don't know if they brought it back since, but when they got rid of this packaging and they like redid all their eyeshadows, they didn't bring this one back. Why? Why did they do that? This is one of the best shadows that's ever existed. I used to hate colors like this, these like blue, green, brown, red shades, but now I love it. And every time I pull this out, I'm just like, I gotta use this every day. I just think it's so, so cool and so pretty and so shifty and so fun. These are two little liners from the Profusion Casper collection. The Psychedelic Attitude, oh no, they're called Duochrome Liner. These are the two shades here. I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is the one called Cosmic Spirit. I just don't love the way that this one looks. So it's one of those duochromes that in certain lighting, it'll almost look like it's gone, like it's disappeared. And then when you move this way, you could see it again. I didn't like that when I wore this because I kept thinking like the liner, it looked like it was missing and it just looked bad. But this one I really like, this copper one. It has a little bit of a shift to it to like a, I don't know, blue-green or something. I like this one, just dragged over the lash line. I think it's really cool. Not the best brush or anything, but I do like this one enough to keep it. These are two little nude sticks, magnetic luminous eye colors. I have here the shade Nudity and Burnish. Both of these are dry as a bone. I tried to use these and it was pulling my eyelid skin like nobody's business. I'm sure I could get a swatch out of it though still because, you know, there's still some product in there, but it's really thick and sticky and I'm just gonna let both of these go. I used this little LA Colors duo in the shade Mirror Soul. I love these little duos from LA Colors. $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. It'll be the best dollar you ever spent. They're really good. And then I used this Rimmel Magnify Single in the shade Millionaire. I don't know if they still make these, but I like this one, so keeping it. And then two more. The NYX Loose Pigment in the shade Magnetic. I did go on a hunt looking for these after I used this. I think I used this in a video, and I felt all crazy, like I had to start collecting them again. I didn't like go around looking to buy them, but they don't make these anymore, which is insane. They make the glitter ones still, but they don't make the pigment. This is the best pigment that has ever been on the market. I've tried some other ones. This is the best. It's the best. So I love it, gonna keep it, and I feel like I'm gonna go on a Poshmark Mercari hunt to find them. And then last thing, the NARS Dual Intensity Single Eyeshadow in the shade Himalaya. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. And also NARS was crazy for discontinuing these. They were very expensive. I think they were like $30 a piece, but they were so freaking good. They were so good. I have 2 or 3 of these, I think, and this shade is just, it's perfection. It's so good. It fixes everything. Anytime I mess up my eyeshadow and it's like a neutrally color, I pull this out and I throw it on top and all my mistakes are gone. It's so pretty. I was really excited to pull that one out. But that's it. Those are all the singles I used this month. I didn't declutter as many as I thought I was going to be honest. I thought I was gonna be like, oh, I'm never gonna use this, get this out of here, never gonna use it. But once I started using them, I realized how much I really like having singles as opposed to, don't get me wrong, I love palettes still, but I don't buy as many palettes anymore. I really don't buy that much eyeshadow, to be honest, because I have so much. Like I said, I'm spoiled for choice. But singles are just so fun. There's something about having a single eyeshadow in its own little packaging that is so, it's just nice. I just like it. But that is it. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Let me know some stuff you shopped your stash for in January. I would love to know. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.